I'm going to type in the chat to refresh just in case anyone can't hear and see me. The channel point prediction might need to be redone, unfortunately. Because the stream ended, unless it was quick enough to not the game not to think for the stream, sorry, the Twitch not to realise that the stream had ended. But all right, give us a refresh, and let me have a look. The prediction is still up. Good. Good. So now that is for what the death counter will be by the end of the stream, not for how many times I will die this stream, by the way. Just, and you've already bet, so you know. Right, so apologies for that. We did have a bit of chugging on the stream. We'll see if is it better at the moment? Is it immediately better after the restart? Yeah, it's eased for the time being. Thank you. Good. I'm glad. So give it maybe beginning or end of February, and hopefully I'll be streaming through a capture card instead, which will just reduce the points where errors can occur in terms of connectivity and lag and choppiness. Oh, it's reset its games and demos again, has it? Come on, Twitch. You know this game. This game is in your list. This game is in your list. This Sekiro. Not only is it in your list, but it's in your list with 580 viewers and 888,000 followers. You should know. You shouldn't switch it to games and demos. I understand if it was, some barely known game that no one ever watches or streams. Right, he's not going to turn around, is he? I'm going to have to face him head on. Bulging coin purse. Oh. A purse almost overflowing with sen. It can be used to acquire the sen inside. That's right. This is safe sen. I should keep it until I want to spend it, because that won't be lost when I die. Yep, medicinal pellets. That's good. We want those. Balloon of Soul. More resurrective power for a time. So is that going to give me an extra resurrection? Like a one-time extra resurrection? I'm going to hold on to it. I'm also going to equip the pellets. How are we doing? Just keep me up to date on the lag, on the stream lag, if any. Oh, it fills them faster for a while. Okay. One pops this. A higher chance of obtaining items. Okay. Well, I can I can use that right before I get into this fight here, because there's quite a few enemies here. I should probably use one of these. I can probably only use one of these at a time though, right? Possession balloon. Oh! Right, now where was the bastard who saw me? I know the balloons won't stick with each other. Hello, Chazza. Welcome in. Happy Friday. Can we give Chazza a shout out, please? How are you doing? How's the second week of the year been for you? Fine, I can resurrect. I've got 2 resurrects. Yeah, like, wait a minute, we killed you. Oh man. I need to think more about blocking and parrying, don't I? Set me on fire. You may have met Chazza. I've raided into Chazza last Monday, but you might have gone to bed because it was very late for you. It's about 11 PM your time. Okay, my loot balloon wore off. I think Kizzy might have gone to bed a little bit before the end of the stream, actually. But yeah, Chazza is another lovely streamer. Okay, that increased everyone's fire damage. That's a whatever they call the bonfires in this one. And I have died more than twice today, making the title of the game a lie. Yeah! There's your creepers jump scare, Kizzy. I hope you liked it. You do not get the creepers jump scares when you redeem them, because then it wouldn't be a jump scare. Creepers comes down and then jumps at you later on. I could get a skill, enhance physical attributes. I don't have enough prayer beads. I can rest. Gibbs does what he wants, yep. You're very welcome. Get 50 spirit emblems. I'll get half of what I can. Which is 25 and a half. I can't buy half a spirit emblem, so I'm going to round down. A bunch of them have gone into storage, that's fine. I can only carry 15 at once. I assume I'm going this way. Quick look around here. I think this just goes back to where I came up from, yep. No worries, Mike. Thanks for dropping by. I hope the race goes well for you. What? Don't lie. You didn't see me. Not like these fire arrows. So they shoot right through their buddies as well. So enemies don't block their own line of sight. Okay, it's not a death, so I can resurrect. Come. Rectum, just. Is there any loot up here? Just fire. If you consider fire loot, then there's plenty of loot. The adrenaline from the creepers jump scare. Ah, well done, creepers. Good job. Having a laptop to manage my stream with as well will increase the options I have for things like music at the start of the stream. So at the moment I just have whatever music plays on the game's title screen playing. But I could put together playlists of suitable game music. I feel like the game wants me to go this way. I'm going to go and check the loot over here. Well, hello. Don't mind if I do. Ha! No, that's a wall. It's a solid wall. It's a bunch of loot. Dousing powder, we've got that. Playlist high. Yeah, at the moment, there's the only way I can put anything other than the game under the starting soon screen at the moment is if it's a video, which is of course then very clunky to do with my phone. Okay, there's no more loot over here, is there? Best boy creepers. Had creepers since I was 18. He was a birthday present. Creepers was a birthday present when I was 18. Hubert was when I was 26. A because you like sharks present. There's a few of them. There's a big boy there as well. Let's come around the side. Creepers and Hubert origin stories. I could make fictional origin stories for them as well. Some people have already suggested that they would watch that they would watch a movie of Hubert and creepers going on a road trip. Well, Creepers shares my birthday. Hubert doesn't. Hubert wasn't a birthday gift. He was just I bought you something you like gift. Oh, I can sneak all the way around them. Oh, can I get behind the big boy and stealth him? Probably not. Unfortunately, no. Right, I can do something about my health. Let's have a pellet. Let's see what this balloon does. In the style of... I have yet to play Control, so I will need to find out what that is. Now, can I have a balloon? I know the sugars don't stack, but can I have a balloon and a sugar at the same time? Yes. Oh, it's a boss. Or a mini-boss. With a bunch of friends? I don't think that's fair. Especially not when one of them's shooting fire arrows at me. Okay, poisoned. Yeah, I'm dead. Everyone turn around. I'm not dead. I'm not dead. Shh. Don't tell them. Multiple enemies. I need to learn how to fight multiple enemies at a time in this game. Because it is different from the other games. I've been playing a little bit of Demon's Souls and a little bit of Elden Ring recently, and it does work differently. And that's a death. That's an actual death. Where are we at right now? 14. What a pro gamer. Good evening, Piggy. Welcome in. Hope you're having a brilliant second week of 2026. During while I'm sneaking my way through the, as I understand it, memory of someone else that I've been put into by a Buddha statue that I went into at the end of last stream. But I can relatively seamlessly move, well, not seamlessly, I have to teleport at the save points. Yeah, I'm doing alright, thank you. But I can relatively seamlessly come out of this and go elsewhere if I want to, but quite a few of you aren't there. Right, you're the archer, so you're the one that I want to say goodbye to. There's another archer. Fuck you. Where are you? See? I did my parry, but then because there's loads of them, it didn't really matter. I can do this move. Or not. I'll do it quicker than I was doing it, that's why. That does hit all of them. But it's kind of a slow... It's a bit slow. In terms of if this is how I do the fight. That's right, Seth, just walk into the fire, that's fine. No problem. Give me a sec. Okay. Not ideal coming to this with no healing items. Spend your money sensibly. Come on, don't get me stuck on a wall. It's not convenient. Okay. Just remember what I can do. Do a whirlwind slash. That's good. That's good for multiple combatants, multiple opponents. Run and slide, which just looks cool. It's a good way of running and then getting into cover. That's what I've already been doing, and that just happens. Just increases my stealth. I've got no healing and very little health. Not ideal. Where's the archer with the fire arrows? Is that him on the other side? That's him on the other side. Right. This problem is solved already, just die. But then I'll be all the way back over there. I guess I could sneak past those people I just fought if I die again. Oh, hello. Will you help me? You have done well to come this far. But yeah, I mean, okay, but we could have maybe not just charged in like that. Yes, that's right. You take their attention, and I'll deal with these. Or be dealt with by these. Are you dead already? No. Take out the ads. Ooh. I feel like my little buddy there, Leroy Jenkins, that a bit. Right? What a pro gamer. Rot Essence Fine Sun. Somewhere a pained cough rings out continuously, the coughing and wheezing sounds of a man thinking only of his sick mother. Oh! So the man whose mum is the person who gave me the bell that brought me here, I'm assuming that's who that's referring to, is now sick because I've died too much. Okay. We'll go see him after this boss and see if it means anything. Right, we're going to sneak past this lot. If we really want a chance of defeating this boss. I've got a few of those rot things, haven't I? Where do I see them? Timid Maid, Sculptor. Well, they're the people, the NPCs who give me upgrades. Unfortunately. I suppose, well, does it mean it's reduced my unseen aid percentage? I think that's what it means. Maybe. Right, I've got all my healing. Got most of my health. I've got one resurrect. Go cans sugar. Please invoice sugar. Go on, Leroy. Oh, got me against Seth! Oh, his health is so low right now. Okay, he's dead. Where the fuck have you come from? Oh, they're in the house. They're the ones in the house. Yeah, I should have probably done them. Steal his sake. I feel like his sake might be poisoned because it's creating this poison mist after he drinks it. Okay, I can resurrect, we're good, we're fine. Wow. Just the big swords, yeah. Yep. And there's another death. A pro gamer death. I want to keep... It'd be nice if Gensei could just not die so quickly. Mustn't forget the loot. Mustn't ever forget the loot. Oh! I'm on the big screen. Ma! Ma, I'm on TV! Look at me, Mum! Wouldn't be the first time I've been on TV. Some of you, particularly those in Britain, may have heard of a little show known as Crime Watch. I'm kidding, obviously. You only end up on Crime Watch if you leave witnesses alive. Stream delay Bovinoid. In seriousness, as some of you may already know, my face has been in for reaction shots, Silent Witness, Phone Shop and Black Mirror. And the back of my head, and this is the one that I got paid the most for, which is weird, the back of my head was in EastEnders.
お主、この基地によくぞ参じたの。アグレッシブはストームに。うわー！いやいや。国取り戦で足なしが一人よ。
Means I do have to kill this guy twice. Where'd you come from? Have they taken down my friend? Yes. Can you just wait a second? I'm trying to get rid of this guy. Right, there we go. Now, what were you saying? Ow. I can do a resurrect. Okay. I mean, as Stream Element says, dying is my pro gamer strat. Come past these. Did a bit better there. I could do with actually. How much send do I have? Okay. I'm actually going to go back to the first shrine. Hi Sol, welcome in. Can we get a shout out for Sol, please? Sol has been playing Jedi Knight 2. Brilliant game. essentially, well, it's not so much itself, but it's one of the sequels to what was essentially Star Wars Doom. Let's just spend all my sin on those. Get another skill. What can I get? Increases the maximum number of spirit emblems that could be held. That could be useful. Vault over. X on the posture broker. No, I want to kill the posture broker enemies. I suppose then I get behind them and kill them. Yeah, I don't think that'll help with this big fight that we're doing. Fang blade after using the loaded axe. Then do a cool leaping sweep. I think at the moment that's going to be useful for me. Oh, it only increases the number I can carry by 1. Okay. Fine. Oh, you're staying dead because I didn't rest, that's right. No, you didn't. Oh, because I'm running and not sneaking. So I'm an absolute genius and pro gamer. Don't really have the resources to be fighting them before the boss. Let's hope they lose me. Let's hope they forget about me. How's your week been going, Sol? I think you said somewhere that you're planning on going to the cinema this evening. Have you done that, or are you about to go on your way to do that? Or have plans changed? Or are you in the cinema and you've hooked up your laptop and are putting this stream on the projector screen? Because that would be cool. I would not recommend anyone book out a whole cinema screen to put my stream on a big screen, though. It's expensive. And I doubt I'm streaming in a decent enough resolution to look good on that size screen. So close to getting a second resurrection, which will help a lot. Alright, commonly Regenshin. Off you go.
Stop.
Yeah, I can resurrect. Oh, look, just a tiny sliver from having a second resurrect, but I think you can only use one resurrect per fight, so I guess that's not really going to matter that much. Should probably heal. Speaking of watching streams, James, are you streaming this evening? Right. Oh, I can resurrect again this fight. Fantastic. Might be able to do this. Got a pellet for healing. I mean, I feel like I need to be a little bit closer to someone before I drink out of their mouth. I mean, I've never really been there with anyone before, to be fair. Okay, I can resurrect one more time. Okay, I tried to parry that and I missed it, but we're fine. Good. $18 deaths. It's 2 streams. It was only 7 last time, so that's 11 this evening, which is significantly more than 2. Five more deaths and no one wins. Well then, in the interest of democratic equality, I'm going to have to die 5 more times, right? I'm going to have 1 resurrect. To make it slightly less possible. That's right. If no one who disagrees with you is alive, then everyone is going to vote the same way as you. Maybe I should put some kind of satire disclaimer in my about page. I didn't see if James said anything about... Yes, he did. You will be streaming. Okay. That's our raid sorted out for the end of the stream. A full screen sized /S. See, I could technically do that now, but I'd have to go out of my stream manager into my Cloud OBS manager, wait for that to refresh on the web page, and then... So yeah, it's a little inconvenient. Okay.
お主
Hey Ferg, welcome in.
アグロストームディンうわ
This is my, what, 5th attempt at this boss this evening? Hope you've had a great second week of the year. Not dead, can resurrect. Oh man. Ah man. Oh no. My friend is dead. January's the longest month. It's interesting because we were talking earlier about how it feels like it's gone fairly quickly. So if January is indeed the longest month, that does not bode well for the rest of the year. I want the antidote powder ready. Oh, this... I don't want to use the antidote powder now. Come on, Seth. Learn the game. Play properly. We can... That's playing properly, right? That's exactly how it's supposed to be. 100%. That's pro gaming right there. See stream elements degrees. Pro gaming. Unseen aid. Okay. So I didn't lose as much or any health or money. So the last the last few days have gone a bit slow for you. It's very interesting how people's perception of time can differ. So our brains log time, not like obviously seconds. A lot of people had a week. Yeah. Our brain only really logs things like seconds, minutes, hours, and days when we're paying attention and thinking about it in that way. This is my very first blind playthrough of this, yes. And the death counter is not just today, it's for the whole series, but this is only the second stream. Let me find things out the hard way. Oh, fuck off. You did not. Okay. It also didn't help the beginning of the stream that I was playing some Demon Souls earlier today, which is similar enough and different enough to make it a bit awkward on the brain to go in such a short space of time from playing one to playing the other. Good evening, Glitch. Welcome in. How are things for you this afternoon, where you are? Had a small nap. Good. I assume that's good. I assume you are. Not everyone performs well with naps. I am horrible with naps. Nap was necessary. Good. Okay. Right, I've got some loot from them. Berg's a big supporter of naps. I'm absolutely supportive of other people taking naps. You finished the research you were working on? Fantastic. Snacks, great. I'm very supportive of other people taking naps, but because of my neurological situation, naps are not the best for me. Waking up is not the best for me. Right, I am unfortunately going to have to rest, which will bring them back. But we got a bit of stuff from them, so there is not now. If I wasn't streaming this, one thing I might do. Oh shit. One thing I might do is stand there and get shot. If I wasn't streaming this, one thing I might do is just fight these guys over and over again until my second resurrect orb filled. And then use that. But because I'm streaming, I don't feel like that's the best thing to do. I'm just going to very quickly, just to get that bit of health back. What's that you're asking about? What my... no, so I have functional neurological disorder, which is quite a vague and difficult diagnosis, because functional neurological disorder, you can have 15 people in a room, all with functional neurological disorder, all with completely different symptoms, potentially, compared to other disorders. It's not, because basically a functional neurological disorder is any neurological health issue that doesn't match a more common or not common, but a more known and frequently diagnosed and understood condition. And so, for example, there are people who with functional neurological disorder who have full-on seizures, like that can look like epilepsy. I don't have that. But yeah, it's most annoying when sort of trying to get people in official capacities to understand that it is a thing and that it might need sensitivity or awareness. Oh, that's absolutely fine, Glitch. Thank you for asking. But that, in fact, that is another challenge with it. Actually, probably slightly more challenging with it is when you come across someone in an relatively official capacity, or even in a social capacity, who knows someone with functional neurological disorder, and so expect yours to be the same as theirs. And then potentially thinks that you don't have it because it's not the same as the other person they know who has it. Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of stuff around neurological and psychological issues that if you think about them and you understand, so people like to distinguish them between, distinguish them as something separate from physical health conditions, but actually a neurological or psychological health condition is a physical health condition because your brain and central nervous system are physically doing something different. So it actually is a physical condition. It's just a physical condition that is how the physical stuff is happening in a way that you can't just look at it and go, oh, that's that. Yeah, invisible illness is a fairly ubiquitous term for it. And there is media out there. There are like posts and things out there that that will show someone in a wheelchair or with a walking stick and say not all disabilities look like this, and then show a person the sort of like a person who doesn't look unwell and say some of them look like this, and it's very true. But we say things about mental health and neurological health that if you think about it, like saying someone who's depressed, cheer up, is like saying to someone who can't use their legs, stand up, right? And if we get more people to think about it that way, there'll be more understanding. Yeah, same with cancer. I mean, and to be honest, it's true of people with the actual, it's not just the functional neurological. Like, there can be two people with MS who have multiple sclerosis, who have different levels of it, or different severity of different symptoms of it, but they're generally going to have more overlapping symptoms than... No, I'm not taking you as disrespectful, Glitch. Thank you for... Thank you for asking. Thank you for looking for understanding. Yeah, that is actually very true, because there is still, unfortunately, a lot more stigma around mental health and neurological health, because a lot of it can be behavioural. A lot of the symptoms of mental health and neurological health can be behavioural. And managing those behaviours can be as difficult as I said, walking for people with a physical disability. And a lot of aspects of a society do not give people the space to do that. So, for example, I've had this health condition my entire life. And there were all sorts of things with diagnosing it that just didn't. It's just a very difficult one to diagnose, and it only actually got diagnosed as functional neurological disorder 10 years ago, in 2016, while I was an adult. And so I went through my whole childhood, and it did impact my education. But I went through, you know, and it got diagnosed. It got diagnosed 10 years ago, and in terms of the departments of the government in the UK that sort of can provide support for it, especially in terms of me working, it's only just now, this week, literally this week, reached a stage where it looks like it might be being properly acknowledged, and that's still only a might. Yeah. There's another death. Just have a quick drink. Oh, I just walked on the fire. I'm going to heal again. I'll quickly catch up on the chat as well. Yeah. In terms of acceptance, I feel on a general case of acceptance, it's like it feels like even though acceptance and understanding and treating people decently is not a finite resource. If you can treat this person or this group of people decently, you can treat this person, this group of people decently. But it feels like society only has space to care about one group of people at a time, one or two groups of people at a time. And even then, that's often performative. I mean, I could still be the ever-living. You never know. People do often think I'm significantly younger than I am. And that could, you never know. We'll see what happens when I'm 90. James has pizza. What pizza do you have, James? It's the second pizza of the stream. What? Oh, I'm walking in the fire. Oh, you dumbass, Seth. Okay. Alright, back to heal. I can't waste resources. I apologise. It's true, I don't look 97 at all. Exactly. I once accidentally convinced someone that I was 50 because I forgot how old someone that I was compared to was. When when the back of my head appeared in EastEnders, when we were filming that, before we were filming it, this lady who was also there for the divine confetti. This is new. Confetti imbued with a divine blessing made for driving away apparitions. The paper is made ceremoniously, whereby pulp is spread thin using water from the exalted fountainhead as the gods bless them. Okay, what's this do? Driving away apparitions. So it affects enemies that are apparitions. Okay. It's a defense against apparition enemies. I'm going to have to go back and... Might as well fight these if I'm doing this. But yeah, this lady came rushing up to me. Now, to be fair, it was not that bright outside, and she was a bit of an older lady, but she came rushing up to me saying... And it could have been anything, any manner of things. It could have been the way I was standing, my mannerisms, it could have been my... my voice, but she came rushing up to me and she said, "Oh, it's so good to see you again." Wait a minute, you're not Colin Firth. And it wasn't her who thought I was 50. When I've told that story to other people, I've said, it's what I say about it is, I'm not sure whether I should have been flattered or offended, because a lot of people at the time at least did consider Colin Firth attractive. But he's a bit older than me. And I got his age wrong when I said something like, "Oh, but he's 10 years older than me." And he's, like, currently in his 60s. And so someone unquestioningly thought that meant I was in my 50s. And I was like, really? Okay. We will hopefully get this boss done before the end of a... Colin Firth is a pound shop, Seth. Colin Firth, me from Wish. We have Seth at home. Cut to Colin Firth tied up in a basement. The only time I've been mistaken for a famous person, I've been told I look like various famous people, a lot of whom don't look like each other. Oh no! There was another time I was mistaken for a celebrity. It was actually really funny. A few people who'd be very happy to have Colin Firth. I'm sure you do know those people, James. I'm sure you do. Consensually, of course, right? There was one other time I was mistaken for a celebrity. I was working in a petrol station. I was in uniform, stood behind the counter, and someone walked in and just stood for about a minute straight, literally a whole minute, just stood in the doorway staring at me with his jaw dropped. And then he just realised, a bit like Douglas Adams, okay, I've not had that one before. But this guy was standing there staring at me and suddenly realised, shook himself out of it, came up to the counter and said, "I was really confused then. I wondered why Jensen Button was working in a petrol station." It was probably what my hair and beard were at the time more than anything else. Jensen Button, for people who don't know, is a Formula One driver, a racing driver. And another time, this was not me being mistaken for a celebrity, just being told that I look like him. I was working in a cinema when I think it was... Yeah, it was so random, it was so weird. I was working in the cinema and I think it was Pride and Prejudice was on. And so I was behind the counter and someone came out of watching Pride and Prejudice and I was stood next to a poster for Pride and Prejudice. And this old man came up to me and he said, "You look just like the man in that film." And he looked at it and pointed at Michael Fassbender on the poster. He was like, "That one." Okay. And Michael Fassbender is probably the one that I've had the most that people tell me I look like. So maybe I should go to Comic-Con as Magneto. Right, are we ready? Are we ready to do this? I have some pellets. I have some antidote powder. I also have the thing that poisons me a little bit to avoid being poisoned a lot. Not sure about using that in a boss fight though. You ready to do this? Are you ready? I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to lie to you. You're probably going to die. Okay? Even if I succeed, you are probably going to die. Do you mind? I was about to have a chat with this gentleman. Some of you may die. This is a risk I am willing to take. That's Zach Brannigan, right? Sell fake autographs, pose for photos. I have been told as well, but I think this was just someone who was trying to flirt with me, to be fair, Tom Hiddleston. Oh, I don't think I wanted to use that item, but it's fine, I've done it now. Oh, did Shrek... was that in Shrek? For a minute then, I read the start of that message and I thought you were saying that I look like Shrek, James. Although he's not that unattractive. I mean, I'm not saying he's unattractive as an ogre, but it's just not my type. He's quite handsome when he's a human. Lord Farquaad. Oh, did Lord Farquaad say it? Shrek didn't say. I was like, really? Shrek said that? Lord, oh yeah, I can see Lord Farquaad saying that. I should be trying to parry him, because I can parry him. I parried him with my body. Yes, that's what happened there. I parried him successfully using my body. Like a pro gamer. So you've got like 40 minutes. 40 minutes to kill this guy. We can do it. I mean, there is, to be fair, there is somewhere else another bit of not this boss that I can go and do. I think. But I'm quite stubborn. A redeem stopped me thinking. Why? Why do I need to stop thinking? I am open, not just from moderators, but from anyone, for suggestions for bit redeems and channel point redeems. So I won't necessarily use every suggestion. But feel free to pop them in if you ever have any, not just now. Feel free to pop them in in the Discord. Can you throw the Discord in the chat for anyone who's not in there? In the maybe the streams chat. Stream chat would be a good place to put. Publicly accessible place to put them. Which chord? That chord. This chord. Another thing that I can do, which I will do when I have a laptop to manage my stream via, is I can have alerts pop up on the screen when you do 20k points for a tap dancing routine. I don't have the space to do a tap dancing routine, I'm afraid. But I like the way you're thinking. But yeah, when you use your channel points, you can have things can pop up on the screen when using channel points. But the reason I've not done it is because a big part of, like, whether it's bits or channel points, things coming up on the screen is the streamer interacting with them, reacting to them, pausing for them. I could do the top half of a tap dancing routine. Like that. And because I can't see them come up with my current setup, I feel that gets lost, which is why, although I have bit redeems, I've not put visual components onto my channel point redeems. But I will do that when I have a better setup. I could probably get a top hat and a cane for not too much expense. What time is it? 25 past. Okay. Just like that for free. Well, that was a free sample. Oh, you mean get a cane and a top hat for free? I can't get a cane and a top hat for free. Not too expensive. Oh, he's taking a pounding, isn't he? Did I mug Bruce Forsyth? Not today. Low-budget cosplay as a Bloodborne messenger. A top hat, some white face paint, maybe some sort of light blues and greys as well on the face paint. Rain is a bit too strong where you are. Oh wow, you've had a small power outage from it. No worries. Disappear. That's absolutely fine, Glitch. Don't worry. Hopefully it doesn't. Not just because you'll miss the end of the stream, but obviously just for your sake in general. There are episodes of the Power Rangers where they deal with that. The power grid goes down and they can't morph. That happens. They struggle, but generally they get through things because the power of friendship is stronger than the power of power. You have water and pot. Wow, for 8 days. I feel quite lucky that at the moment I wouldn't really need to worry about whether or not I have food and power for 8 days. Although that could change one day, you know. There's another death. Two days worth of food in your house right now. All right. Why are you the king? The king of Finland? Oh, okay, you went to the shops there. That makes sense. To be honest, actually, when I buy rice and pasta, I buy too much rice and pasta. If I had to survive for a couple of weeks. Dry uncooked rice and pasta, but it would be something. Bovinoid is... Yeah, we've got quite a few... Got a couple of Scandinavian in the community, a couple of Scandinavian people in the community, a couple of mainland Europe. Lich and Fernando, when Fernando's here, they are South America. Might not be able to tell you specific country. It might not be my place to tell you specific country, even if I could. Why did you have to see me? Why did you have to see me? I'm going to hide behind this rock. Now, I'm born and raised, unfortunately, in England. To parents and grandparents who were the same. However, my great-grandparents, two of whom I met, my great-grandparents were from Egypt, Sicily, France, Ireland, Scotland, and Denmark. I met the Sicilian and French great-grandmothers. Okay. Just can't afford to expend the resource in terms of health and healing on dealing with that mob over there. However, I do have to go into this house and kill the two that are in here, because they may otherwise join the big fight if I don't, and it's just easier to deal with them this way. That's one thing I like about this over other Souls games, is that attacking enemies while and being, deflected off of their weapon breaks their stance, whereas in other Souls games I feel like it only breaks your own. Well, I say that I did manage these 3D Metroidvanias. Well, you think that would make someone angry? I once heard someone describe Dark Souls as their favourite Zelda game. I can tell you people weren't happy about that. I don't care. I'm like, obviously categorizing games can be useful in terms of sort of connecting with people and saying, oh, what kind of games do you like? And knowing what they mean when they say a category. But there's also so much crossover, especially with things like how many games now that aren't RPGs have RPG elements. And in fact, there are people that get very upset if Dark Souls and Bloodborne are referred to as RPGs. But they have leveling up, they have interaction with NPCs, dialogue, in a limited way, occasionally dialogue choices. I'm not saying they are JRPG. Well, they would be JRPGs because they're from Japan, even. But they're very different from what most people think of when they think of JRPGs and when they think of RPGs in general. It's only been the last sort of... Why did I not... I pressed attack. Why did I not attack him? But in the last sort of... Yeah, what game don't you roleplay a little bit? And again, that depends on how you play. There are people who play role-playing games and just don't roleplay at all. And I do consider it making your decisions that you would make, and therefore technically role-playing as yourself. I do still consider that role-playing in a role-playing game. Because you're role-playing as yourself in the shoes of that character. And in that situation that you are unlikely to ever find yourself in real life, if you're lucky. Right, it's not a death, because I can resurrect. I did not mean to use that yet, but fine. I find it difficult with the sorts of games that give you a lot of choices and dialogue options. I find it difficult and less satisfying if my first playthrough isn't me making the dialogue choices that I would like to think I would make. Right? I do like to play as characters and like come up with like, this is the character who's going to behave in this way that isn't how I would normally behave myself. But I do like to make the decisions that I want to make, and therefore roleplay as a version of myself, because it's me playing the game. At least on a first playthrough. The pro gamer. Come on. I can do this. There goes the prediction. Has no one voted within this, because then we can end the prediction. Everyone just gets their channel points back, I think. What are we on? 23. You all had more faith in me than this, you fools. That'll teach you. That'll teach you to think I'm good at games. Yeah. Thank you all very much for participating in it. To be fair, I did only die 7 times last time. I don't know if I'm necessarily meant to be trying to fight this boss this early. this happened to me in Bloodborne. When I went to Amygdala before my first playthrough. I went to Amygdala, which you can see on my YouTube. And if I don't know if it has to be a mod, but it might have to be a mod. If someone types !YouTube, you get a link to my YouTube. James simply didn't vote. You thought I was not going to die at all. You can see not all of my first ever playthrough of Bloodborne on there, but my first ever playthrough up to and including Amygdala. And I was way too early. I was at Amygdala way too early, but I did eventually manage to defeat. I hadn't even gone to the forest before going to Amygdala. Yeah, so the YouTube, it's mostly at the moment a sort of an archive for my streams. I do occasionally put other things on there, other little clips. I've got videos of me S-ranking some of the piano pieces from Final Fantasy Rebirth. Tomb Raider was not streamed. I did not stream Tomb Raider. So there are so the Tomb Raider playthrough and the Demon Souls playthrough were not streamed. That was in 2023. We recorded those in 2020. Wait, what year is it now? No, I recorded those in 2024 as VODs. And that Tomb Raider playthrough, I wanted to plat Tomb Raider. A game called Tomb Raider. And you should be able to get past IP for that. You braid Tom's hair. Can they be really long-haired Tom cats? And you braid the cats. And they purr while you braid them. Yeah, that Tomb Raider VOD playthrough. I had played through without recording, just played through Tomb Raider 1 Remastered. And I found all the secrets, I found all the items. I was 1 kill away from all kills. And it's because of a statue that isn't even an enemy. So there's a trophy for knocking over a statue. And you knock it over just by walking into it, but you can also knock it over by shooting it. And it counts as an enemy, and you have to knock it over by shooting it for it to count towards the enemy count. So I thought, you know what, I want to do, 3 of the trophies are kill all enemies in 1 playthrough, use pistols only for a whole playthrough, and play on New Game Plus. So I thought, why don't I be efficient and do all of those at the same time? Kill all enemies on New Game Plus, where you do half damage and enemies have double health. Using only the basic pistols and no other weapons. I thought I was a genius trying that. I managed it. It's a miracle I didn't quit. I think in one of the episodes of that, in one of the levels, there is a bit of me, after dying a few times, literally going, why am I doing this to myself? And then continuing to do it to myself. But I managed it in the end, and the plat did pop during that playthrough. And the Demon Souls playthrough that's on there again, I didn't stream it, but that was my first ever playthrough of Demon Souls. My first ever playthrough of any Soulsborne, if you don't count Jedi Fallen Order as a Soulsborne.
お主、この基地によくぞ参じたの。あぐわそう共に。
Oh my god. So close to having that second resurrection. don't have it yet, so I should heal. Ow! Thought I was safe because he was facing the other way. That's my buddy dead. And that's me dead. Pro gamer. Start. Which games are these? Oh, the ones that I mentioned. Yeah, I've got the plat for Fallen Order. I finished the story of Jedi Survivor, but I wasn't quite in the mood at the time to do all the sort of grindy, collectible-y kind of stuff. I might go back to it and do it and get the plat. I feel like although Survivor has some nice added features, I do feel like for me Fallen Order I enjoyed more. And I think because Survivor stepped more towards an open world, and I'm not against open worlds, I do like open worlds. But Fallen Order felt open and explorable enough, and Survivor kind of, I don't know, made itself a little too big in terms of the size of the environments of the world, for me anyway, for what the game was. Although I am now, in my sort of gaming tastes, leaning a bit away from big open worlds and more into what I would call open region games. So an open region game would be things like Dragon Age, Baldur's Gate, the original Baldur's Gate, Mass Effect, where you can openly explore and you can go around, but you know, you're not. It's not. Here's a massive expanse of forest that you have to ride through that looks the same as that last massive expanse of forest that you had to ride through to get to the next bit. It's here's the edge of a very interesting, crafted, explorable area. Reach that edge. Go to a world map where you click and select the next very explorable, expansive, interesting, crafted area to explore, rather than having to walk through kind of samey areas. Yeah. So like, it's open and explorable, and you can go back and forth. Open and explorable, and you can go back and forth. Like, I prefer the non-linear kind of aspect, although I do also not hate linear games. But I prefer that sort of open and explorable aspect, and you know, not once you've finished here you can't go back there. I like being able to go back somewhere once you've finished with it. But just, you know, if you want to make a big world, don't make it feel empty by making me having to trudge through samey areas to get to the interesting areas. You had to check Conan. Yeah, do you live with a barbarian glitched? No judgment, just ask. Oh shit, I don't have any relics. That's not going to go well. I tell you what, Expedition 33 does fit that for me. The way Expedition 33 handles the map, the world, because it kind of does a world map in a similar way to Final Fantasy games, but with a bit more detail on it, right? So that I like the way it does that. Where did I get to? I'm trying to remember, because I'll be restarting when I next play it. Do you know what? I'm not going to resurrect here, so that's a death. I met the little guys without spoiling. I think that's without spoiling. I don't think it's a spoiler to say I got to the point where I found out and it made me giggle, because of course it did. I found out what Expedition 69 did while they were on their expedition. Like a little bit, obviously not all of it, but like certain environmental features. I did see. I think. Well, I see what I think. I saw what I think is the world map. Yeah, and I like the way they did it, because it's like it's big and expansive, but you don't have to walk through that forest on the 1-to-1 scale. You know what I mean? It's like I like what they did with the world map. No, I've done it again. Hold on. Don't mind me. I'm going to run away and you can go back to pretending you didn't see me. I need to buy more relics. And then this might have to be my last attempt at the boss today. Spirit Emblem, sorry, not relics. Let's buy as many as I can afford. Don't want to be seen. Don't want to have to waste resources fighting these people. What? Well, haha, you can't get me, I'm on the roof. The roof! The roof! The roof is on fire! It is. It actually is. Right, let's wait for them to forget about me. Aww. Yeah, you never forget your pets. Aww. No worries, James. We'll see you over there shortly. Been asking what he's playing. I think he finished Jack and Daxter. Well, Expedition 69 was fun. Wait to hear about 60. Well. Stop with Expedition 69 before Yep. Yeah. Look, it's just, it's there's nothing untoward about it, right? the expedition numbers countdown. This isn't a spoiler. This is part of the game, part of the basic lore of the game. You started with Expedition 99. You're now on Expedition 33, and so there's one for every number in between. It's just. It's not like in America. In America, some streets skip house number 13. And I think they also skip house number 666. Or is it floor 13? I think it's house number 666 and floor 13 in building. And in cinemas, you will often find, I don't know if it happens as much anymore actually, but you will often find that row I in the seating is skipped because people get confused. And confuse it with the number 1, even though that shouldn't really be reasonably possible. It happens. Maybe they're counting these enemies, yeah. But when you are using, so you're using letters for their rows, if you're using letters for the rows, and you're using numbers for, it's not a death, I can resurrect, and you're using numbers for the seats along the rows, it shouldn't be that confusing. Because like seat I5, unless people are thinking that that means they're in seat 15 and aren't sure what to do with that. Yeah. Damn it. And that is a death, and I think I'm going to have to finish there. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But I guess maybe when they're booking their seat or before they go, they think they're in the front row and realise that they're 5 rows back or whatever. Yeah, I am. That's my 3 hours for the stream, and James is about to start streaming, so we're going to raid into him. I mod for James as well in return for being modded for by James. So thank you all very much for coming and hanging out. And I know the timer says 2 hours, but I did restart the stream an hour in because of some stream lag, which hopefully has been fine for the majority of the stream after that. Thank you for coming in. Thank you to Mike and Kizzy for using your channel points for redeems, and thank you everyone who used channel points in the death prediction. I'm sorry that the number of deaths was not one of the numbers that was voted for by anyone. And thank you to James and Celadus and Bovinoid for being fantastic mods here. And Bovinoid both here and in the Discord. Now tomorrow is a little bit up in the air for me. I might have to skip or rearrange my stream tomorrow. I will know more in a little while after I finish the stream. However, Sunday 10 AM we'll be back with Ghost Club. I might do some more Phasmophobia. I still need to decide what I'm going to do for this Sunday's Ghost Club, but Phasmophobia is a good fallback if I don't pick something else. Monday 7 PM GMT I will be back with more Octopath Traveler, and next Wednesday as normal at 5 PM GMT we'll be back with Sekiro. You're very welcome, Pinky. Thank you for being here. Yeah, so without further ado, let's get the raid ready to go for James, assuming he has gone live already. If he's not, then he has. He's still playing Jack 2. I wasn't sure if he'd finished it before Christmas. I couldn't remember, but we're going to go and say hello to James. So James is one of the mods who was in here, who's been chatting with you a bit today. So come and say hi. Obviously, I understand if you have things to do and need to head off and not necessarily stay in the stream, but at least come and say hello and come and maybe give James a follow if you feel like it. But thank you very much, and I will see you again, if not tomorrow, then Sunday, and have a fantastic weekend. Bye.